Should you buy the Apple Watch Ultra or the Series 10? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you the key differences between these two watches after putting them through the test in the pool, open water, running, biking, weightlifting, and everyday life. So in case you're considering an upgrade or you're deciding which of these two watches to get, you'll have all the information that you need to make an informed decision. There are more than 25 differences between these two watches. And the first and obvious one is the price. Now, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 comes in at $799 for the 49 millimeter. The Series 10 is $399 for 42 millimeter or $429 for the 46 millimeter, which I have right here. And in terms of build, the Apple Watch Ultra is in titanium. The Series 10 is in aluminum, but you can pay extra to upgrade to the titanium. Now, in terms of screen size, what's really interesting is the Apple Watch Ultra actually has a smaller screen when it comes to the total number of pixels. 410 by 502 pixels. The Series 10 is 416 pixels by 496 pixels, which means it is a 3% larger display, although quite visibly you can't really notice the difference. Now, in terms of thickness, this is probably one of the biggest differences. The Apple Watch Ultra is much thicker at 14.7 millimeters, and the Series 10 is only 9.7 millimeters thin, and it feels like you're barely even wearing anything. It feels like a cloud right there on your wrist. One of the most powerful features of the Apple Watch Ultra and Series 10 is the open water swimming abilities, as well as what you can do in the pool. Now, when I got the Apple Watch Ultra and I did the unboxing in a prior video, I showed you guys what it's like swimming in beautiful Thailand. Today, I'm in Oman off the coast of Muscat, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm here with Swim Tribe Dubai. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the Apple Watch Series 10 and the Ultra head to head. We're gonna go for some open water swims. We're gonna test the depth gauge, and we're gonna find some turtles. Let's go. Swimming around these islands in the Gulf of Oman is truly spectacular. But how did the watches do? Well, to my own surprise, there was a massive difference in tracking with the MySwimPro app. The Apple Watch Ultra showed a 1.4 kilometer distance, while the Series 10 showed a 1.8 kilometer distance. This is a huge difference, and at first I thought maybe the MySwimPro app has some tracking issues. And to put that to the test, the next day I swam again with both watches, but this time I used the native Apple open water swim tracking feature, and sure enough, both watches were off by a staggering amount still. It just goes to show how big of a deal the dual band GPS is on the Ultra, but even then, both distances seemed quite a bit off. Maybe the correct distance was the average of both watches, but in reality, we'll probably never know. In the meantime, enjoy this selfie I took with a beautiful turtle. So what about depth? We're going for the ultimate depth challenge. Gonna jump in, grab sand off the bottom. Here we go.
A few moments later.
I took both watches down as far as I could, and I thought I actually broke the Series 10. All right, we just did the dive test with both watches. My first dive, I hit about 19 or 20 feet, came up, got the lungs expanded. The water depth here is about 10 meters deep. So on the second round, I decided to go down and try and hit the bottom, actually. I was looking at both watches, and the Series 10 actually hit beyond 20-foot limit at about 20 seconds in, and I decided to actually come up. I went a little bit further, and the Ultra clocked me at 21 feet deep. So I'm not really sure what the 20-foot limit is, because the watch is rated for more than that. Maybe it's 6 meters or something. Turns out the depth app on the Series 10 only works to 6 meters below the surface, and Apple actually specifies that this watch is not a replacement for true scuba gear. I guess that makes sense, since most people can't and probably shouldn't dive down over 6 meters deep. But if you have the Ultra, I guess that doesn't matter as much in the eyes of Apple. Now, in terms of ergonomics in the water, the way that you feel wearing each watch is actually really hard to tell the difference. You can sort of feel that the Apple Watch Ultra is a little bit bigger in terms of drag, but when you're training and you're actually just swimming, you don't really feel the difference. Now, when it comes to some of the major differences between the Apple Watch Ultra and the Series 10, we've got cellular. The Ultra 2 automatically comes with cellular. The Series 10, it's an optional upgrade. Now, in terms of buttons, the Ultra 2 has an action button, and it's a bigger digital crown, so you can quickly select options much more more quickly. The Series 10 has a much smaller shape. It's more similar to all the other Apple Watches for the last 10 years. Now, in terms of GPS, with the Ultra 2, you're gonna get dual band GPS, which should get you better tracking. The Series 10, on the other hand, does not have dual band. It's just gonna get you one GPS, so it might be a little bit more inaccurate. In terms of battery life, the Ultra 2 gets you 36 hours of battery life. That's about 2 days of full-time usage. The Series 10 is just like all the other prior Apple Watches, 18 hours, which should get you just about 1 day. Now, in terms of workout time, the Apple Watch Ultra has a huge battery that's gonna get you 12 hours of workout activity. The Series 10, on the other hand, is only gonna get you 8 hours. Over the years, I've used multiple Apple Watches, Garmin devices, Fitbit, Wear OS, you name it, but I come back to the Apple Watch because it has the best overall experience for my fitness routine. And it's most important to have a watch that I can load my workouts onto so I maximize my time in the water. You can track swims with the native workout app on the Apple Watch, but for me and most swimmers, that's not good enough. And that's why we developed the MySwimPro app to not only track your workouts, but also load up a personalized workout right from your phone. It's all done right on your wrist, and it's an absolutely amazing experience, which is why it was named by Apple as the best app of the year on the Apple Watch. It has workouts and training plans that are 100% personalized to your goals and speed using powerful AI components, and that really sets it apart from any generic workout that you're gonna find on the internet. Where the app really shines on the Apple Watch is the guided workout experience, the real-time splits, and then the in-depth analysis that happens after you swim, not only showing you the data, but it literally coaches you and recommends different things to improve. You just open the MySwimPro app on your watch and boom, the workout is loaded and ready to go. I love doing the workout of the day, which has a warm-up, main set, and cool down. I also write my own custom workouts, and there's an AI feature that will generate not just a single workout, but an entire plan for you to follow to a desired goal. Now, I could just swim back and forth, but that's not really the best use of the technology. The benefit of a guided workout is having structure, variety, and of course, accountability right there on your wrist. And on my channel, I share tips to swim faster with less energy. So make sure you're subscribed. Now, everything about the workouts is personalized to me, and using the power of the Apple Watch and the MySwimPro app, the intervals are even personalized further. The goal times are set, effort levels are accounted for, and I know which pieces of equipment to use at the right time for peak swimming performance and getting the most out of my time at the pool. It's literally like having a personal coach on my wrist, and I know it's helped me stay accountable over the 10 plus years since I swam in college. Both the Ultra and the Series 10 have a massive screen. This is much improved over the first few generations of the Apple Watch, so it's very easy to just see the sets on my watch. After the swim, I review the workout summary on my iPhone, and I can see all my statistics and coach recommendations right there in the palm of my hand. The Apple Watch is awesome for swimming, but what about other activities? What's up, Coach Leo?
How's it going? We're here.
We got the beautiful Dubai Marina in the background,
Wow.
and we're gonna run the entirety of the Palm. I'm gonna track the workout on both Apple Watches running Strava. We got the Ultra and the Series 10, and we're gonna see how they compare. We're gonna go for outdoor run. Outdoor run. Let's go. This is the start of my professional running career. It started here. Let's go. In Dubai. Finish. Here we go. Gotta finish the workout. Whoop, where'd it go? Okay. Finish. Okay, save. Finish. Save. All right, just finished a beautiful run around the Palm, and the Apple Watch Series 10 logged 11.2 kilometers, but the Apple Watch Ultra logged 11.18 kilometers. So for whatever reason, there was about a 0.02 kilometer difference between the Ultra and the Series 10. I think it has to do with the GPS starting point because it was consistently off by 0.02 the entire 11 kilometers. My question for you, as someone who's 6'6", which watch do you prefer?
I would go for the Ultra just because I think it looks smarter, something I would wear with kind of more clothes, more cash. But for exercise, I would go for the Series 10, but the Ultra takes my choice.
I don't understand how both watches could track a different distance during that sunrise morning Palm run. Now here's the thing, I think it's because I was wearing the watches on two different arms. So from the very beginning, one of them was different in distance than the other. This time I'm wearing both watches on the same wrist. I'm gonna go for over 10 kilometers, but I'm not gonna run. This time I'm going to bike. So that's crazy. The Apple Watch Series 10 undercalculated the total distance relative to the Apple Watch Ultra. I would not have expected that to happen. You're getting a bonus if you have the Apple Watch Series 10. Now, after going for a bike ride, I was able to identify that just like before, the Apple Watch Ultra and the Series 10 have a slight discrepancy in distance. For the run on the Palm, it was about 0.02 kilometers off. Similarly, when I went for a bike ride around the marina, about the same distance, and it was off by about the same amount, 0.02. Now, I do think, even though I was wearing them on the same wrist, this might be something to do with the dual band GPS on the Ultra, but only one band of GPS on the Series 10. Now, in terms of myself, which one am I going to keep using? It's the Apple Watch Ultra. Even though it comes in at nearly 50% thicker, the extra battery life is really what does it for me. Now, I'm a very active and sporty person, so I'm using the workout functionality, but the fact that you have to charge the Apple Watch Series 10 watch every single day is really not in line with my goals of just being time efficient. I just don't want to have to hassle with it. So when I travel, which I do a lot, it's not going to make it on an international flight from start to finish without dying. With the Ultra, I don't have to worry about it, and I'm able to use the watch. When it dies, it's just a heavy bracelet on your wrist, and you can't really do anything about it. Now, in terms of the ergonomics and the feel, I prefer the Apple Watch Ultra. I like the design, it feels more sleek, and it feels like I actually have a device that is ready for me to perform. I do think the Apple Watch Series 10 can achieve all of these things in terms of functionality. It's almost the exact same, but it just kind of feels like a toy. And for me and other sporty people, I do like the ergonomics of having a dedicated device that is there for me to perform. Now, it is a higher price point, and if you're okay with that, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Which watch do you prefer? The Apple Watch Series 10 or the Apple Watch Ultra? Now, if you want to see how to swim faster and swim with more efficiency, with better technique, make sure you watch this video right over here. I'll see you over there, and happy swimming.